Hey y'all, welcome to my first acknowledgement of this becoming a series. I mean, I've done 2 of these already, and 2 videos can be like a video and a follow-up, but 3? We're a series, alright. At first I wanted to leave the series as a 2-parter, but then this person called GaySimp, yes, their username is GaySimp, get over it, asked me if I could look into aromantics, because I quote, since most people don't talk about us. And I was like, who am I to deny an idea? This person deadass giving me free content after they wrote such a cute and genuine comment. So yeah, call me not most people, because I will talk about aromantics. Shout out to GaySimp and the aphobhatics Twitter page, because without them this video could not exist. Also... And yeah, let's get into it. So, aromantics. If you're watching this video, you're probably aware of what being aromantic means, but in case you don't, aromantic people are people that only have a little or no romantic attraction to others. Like with asexuality, I don't really get how some people manage to hate on something like this. I mean, I don't get how any hate towards anything that you're born with manages to exist, but in this case especially, because man, what the fuck did they do? The only logical thing I have in my mind is that they declined a date or something, and if you ask out an aromantic person on a date, dude, you can easily see what's coming. And you know, I was out here with this knowledge delving into arophobia for the first time, so you can imagine my surprise when this guy, this Twitter savant, is typing out the words straight aromantics? You mean whores? No? What context are you saying this in? Was this part of a conversation you had? Can you imagine being in your friend group, something comes up about straight aromantics and this goober's like, straight aromantics? No, I didn't refer to prostitutes, fuck you mean? I'd also like to question how valid this argument is against aromantic people. Like on paper they are saying that straight aromantics only identify as aromantics because they don't wanna be in a committed relationship, they just wanna, you know, do the thingy. However, there's multiple blunders with this statement. What does being straight have to do with this? If you're an aromantic homosexual, does it not matter that you fuck everyone on sight? But if you're straight, suddenly, hold up, whore, calm down. No, that doesn't come down to being aromantic at all. It comes down to using people. It comes down to being a decent human being or a sack of shit. You won't have a daily challenge come up in the side of your eye to have sex with 15 people. I'm frustrated with people looking at the definitions of orientations and getting the complete opposite view of what it is. Being aromantic just means that romantic attraction is not a focal point. It's not that sexual attraction is maxed out. I feel like I say this in every video nowadays. Are you fucking dumb? Yes, this guy is dumb, but that's good for our research because now at least we see a slice of the reasoning about being arophobic. And you know, so far it is a pretty big nothing burger. So far the argument is that aromantics can live their sexual lives without being invested romantically, and like, oh no, no. You know who can also do that too? Everyone, like the entirety of the population. Regardless, let's try to give these people a chance, because I know that some people just like to misunderstand stuff. Aromantics deserve to and be dismembered because God made us to fall in love. What a nice tweet this is, coming from the 21st century. Nah, I'm sorry, what is this? Feels like shit a peasant from the 1600s would post. The style of death and how they talk about people both fit that time period. I find it funny how this person's reasoning is religion, something that's supposed to be a base for your moral beliefs. What religion taught you that you should kill and potentially dismember people because of their sexuality? Are you see, I tried to say the thing again. Let's say that God made us to fall in love. Okay, what's the deal with nuns? They can fall in love if they are not aromantic, but they refrain from doing so. So by that logic, none should be treated the same way as you propose with aromantics, but your way of doing things is execution. So please let nuns and aromantics keep their limbs. I assure you neither of them will ever say a word to you. I thought that arophobia was a tiny thing, something that only the casual every sexuality haters and the insufferable assholes do. People that say they don't have pronouns, you do. Congrats for coming out, Elon. But sadly, for some unknown reason, there are people that say that being ace is fine, but being aromantic? Just say that you're asexual. Is it that difficult to say that you're asexual? Being romantic is not a sexuality, it is a personality trait. Has the LGBT community become a joke? It's weird to think that this guy thinks that the LGBT became a joke when it just became more inclusive. Because God forbid the community about celebrating each other. The community exists for this exact reason. What the fuck would they achieve by being inclusive only to some people? There's a TB Skyan video where he talks about the fact that he's aromantic and the hardships that came with not realizing that when he was young, how he hurt people in relationships because he thought his partner was being clingy, meanwhile they were just in love, and Skyan haven't realized that he doesn't do that. Let's say that there's someone out in the world right now who feels exactly like how Skyan did. They are confused about all this, they don't know why there's no lovey stuff in the air. Does it make you feel better to put that person into more confusion, saying that it's just a personality trait, that they just don't like romantic stuff, that they'll find someone eventually? I'm upset at these people because I know how romanticized everything is. I know all the anime ships, Valentine's Day, fucking dating simulators. Most aromantic people will have a hard time figuring out why they don't fuck with Valentine's Day. And then here comes this Twitter guy with an NFT for a profile pic. Talk about things they don't know shit about and hurting people in the process. How is that good for anyone? I mean, delete Twitter please. If I'd be a doctor, I would prescribe deleting Twitter, it just helps with everything. Aromantic? What bullshit. It's called being fucked up or being a psychopath. It's one thing enjoying sex as a consenting adult while not being in love. We all meet someone at some point. This sounds like an excuse for being an AH. How long till so-called maps get their week? You gotta hold your horses there a bit. There's a lot that just came out your mouth. Why do I see people correlate not feeling romantic attraction with being a psychopath? Being a psychopath means you have impaired empathy or remorse. What the fuck does that have to do with not wanting the lovey stuff? Aro people can still love things platonically. It's not like they got the empathy machine broke. Saying that you don't know the difference between a psychopath and someone that's aromantic just proves to people that you don't know what are you talking about, you haven't looked into it. And what does maps have to do with all this? At this point you're stretching like a cheetah. For those who don't know what maps are, it was a pathetic attempt for, how do I say this? For Drake and Ava Tyson to bring their love towards kids into LGBT. It obviously didn't work, no one wanted maps to be a thing. So for this guy to have their brain wrinkle in a way to have them think having an aromantic visibility week is one step closer to being normalized is not just insane, it's Twitter brain disease. This guy contracted TBD from being on Twitter for so long. I just hope that my monologue made it clear enough just how far the two things are. Me and Dead by Daylight are closer than aromantics to maps, and trust me, I'm not anywhere close to Dead by Daylight.
Holy fuck, that game sucks.
I don't get how anyone has problems with giving a day or a week for the visibility of a group. It's not like you need to attend a mandatory aromantic giving people hugs without feelings convention. And it helps the groups tremendously. They gain visibility and the people that don't have a concrete answer of what's up with them might find themselves. And that's fucking cool, and I like that because it's kinda already hard to find ourselves, so to have something help with that deserves a big as hell yeah. So you can imagine my pain when I saw this dude type, who even needs an aromantic visibility day? It's nonsense. Who needs an aromantic visibility day? Aromantic people! It's like saying, who even needs a day for a carnival? Clowns, they can do fucking pranks and get pied and shit. I just think it's nice to have a day about a group. I mean, we all have a day entirely for ourselves. It's called birthday. At the start of this video, I didn't know what problem could you have with Aero people. And to be honest, I still don't. But at least I know why some people dislike them. And it's not a very valid reason or thought out reason. And I mean, it was people on Twitter. What did I think? What I just want to say to these people is that please do research on stuff before you decide to hate anything. I know it's really fun to hate without no reason. I do that all the time on Dead by Daylight. But these misunderstandings can cause so much unneeded hate, and no one likes to argue over things like these. That just doesn't get us anywhere. Leave this kind of hate to Call of Duty players. They got us covered. They got plenty of it. If you're an aromantic or in suspicion you might be one, you're fucking cool. You rock. If you're not, you're still cool. However, if you're an asshole, yeah. That's everything I wanted to cover today. If you have any video ideas, feel free to comment them. That's how this video came to be. And yeah, if you enjoyed this, consider to subscribe and like and everything. I love y'all and bye bye.